Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. Today we have week 6 of the RoDL3, and that is going to be against Henry. So, going into this match, we are going to be 3-2 following a nice win last week, whereas our opponent is actually 5-0. So he's actually one of the only 2 undefeated players remaining in the league right now. So, there's that. He definitely has a very strong and well-balanced draft, as you can see. Pretty much everything that I expected to see, more or less, I think, anyway, except for there actually is one, the lack of the pre-marina, actually. That's something that surprised me a little bit. So, but yeah, so I think, this is another really important game for us jockeying for position here in the league. About halfway through, so I think we're going to go ahead and lead with the the Boltund this week, and hopefully that works out for us. So we'll see what happens here. So definitely a little bit of a daunting task, taking on one of the undefeateds in the league here, but hopefully we can make something happen. So there he is, and he is going to go ahead and lead with Tapu Koko. Okay, so this is definitely one of my major concerns. So I'm going to lead with the Boltund here, and he is going to go ahead and get the Electric Surge to set that electric terrain on the battlefield, of course. So, yeah, so now that was kind of what I was hoping he would kind of not lead with that, but because that's going to force me to some tough decisions early on. So, because if this thing is, choice spec and or max special attack / rising voltage, who knows, it could deal a lot of damage to pretty much anything. So I kind of want to stay in here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm actually going to go ahead and I feel like I have to stay in right now just to scout this thing out. So I'm going to go for a Volt Switch, and he is actually going to Dazzling Gleam. Okay, so that is going to do quite a lot of damage to me, unfortunately, but I am going to Volt Switch him in return, get a little bit of chip, and then I do get that mandatory switch. So let's see, what do we want to come in with here? Off that Dazzle, I think we are going to just go right into the... Yeah, I think we're going to go into the Seismitoad here. So going to come in with that. And so there goes a Leftovers, actually, on this thing. So he might be more of a defensive set. He's not choice itemed in any way, so that's good to know. But even so, he might actually just end up switching out here. I feel like he definitely will. He could definitely stay in and Dazzling Gleam me, but I don't think he's going to do that. But in any event, I'm going to go ahead. I think I'm just going to take this opportunity to try and set Stealth Rock up, since he's probably going to switch, and indeed he does. Probably going to bring the Mandibuzz in. Or no, he's going to bring the Mew in instead. Okay. So... that thing's going to come in. Going to go get my Stealth Rock up, so that's good to get the entry hazard up on him. So, yeah, so now kind of another difficult decision right off the cuff for me, because the Mew could really be packing anything. So, yeah, going to be kind of difficult to I mean, I don't want to stay in for fear that he might have a Grass move, because, this thing, the Seismitoad, could be very valuable against the rest of his team. So I think I am just going to have to go ahead and switch out into the Goodra here and hope that he's not carrying anything for the Goodra. So that's what I'm going to do. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to go in with the Goodra, and he's just going to go for a Spikes. So he's going to get that set up. So that's not great. But he does have the Spikes up on me now. So he's just going to be a hazard setting Mew, it looks like, so that's definitely not great. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and go for a... I don't really want to tip my hat on my set too much right off the cuff. I'm going to go for a flamethrower here in case he decides to switch. He's just going to go for another layer of spikes, though, so this is definitely not what I wanted, because he's going to stack up a lot of hazards right now early, and there's really not much I can do about that. So I'm going to hit him with a flamethrower. Not going to do a ton of damage, and he is going to regain HP with the leftovers once again. So yeah, that's definitely not good. I don't really have anything to take the hazards off, so that's going to be a problem I'm going to have to contend with here. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead, and there are 2 layers of spikes down, so that's definitely not good. So what do I want to do here? Eesh, I really don't know. I think I might want to come in with the scissor to try and hit this thing harder, since it looks like this might just be a... yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to scissor, since he looks like he's just going to want to set hazards, and that's pretty much it. Going to take that spikes damage, and he's going to go for a layer of toxic spikes now, actually. Yes, that's pretty bad. He's really just abusing the hazards right now, so yeah, that's definitely not good. I'm going to regain some HP with the leftovers there as well. So he has, the electricity is going to be gone, but that's good. But he does have 2 layers of spikes and 1 of toxic spikes up, so that's really, really bad right now. I think I'm just going to go ahead and go for a Choice Band U-turn here. And he is going to actually stay in, and he's packing the flamethrower, so that sucks. I don't know if I can... No, I can't take that, so that's really bad, actually. So that's going to get rid of the scissor, and that is going to drop me down to 5. So yeah, that sucks. So there's 1 attacking move, looks like it was flamethrower, so that's really bad. Yeah, so hazards and flamethrower. So yeah, really not good. So yeah, don't really know what I want to do now, actually. Not in a good spot. Ugh. I think, yeah, I really don't know, but I think, yeah, this is just a bad spot to be in. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to come in with the Poltegeist, I guess. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And I'm going to take the spikes damage, of course, and the poison, so not good. So, I mean, he is packing hazards and flamethrower. Who knows what else he could be packing. I really am hesitant to set up at this point. I really, don't think I can set up right now just because of the Mandibuzz is still around. So I think I'm just going to go for a Shadow Ball here to see how much damage I can get. He's actually going to Psychic me. So that is going to take me down to a little under half. I'm going to hit him with the Shadow Ball in return. So that was his last attacking move, I guess. And the Shadow Ball going to bring him down to about a quarter, but he's going to regain more HP with the leftovers. I'm going to take the poison damage here. So based on that damage output, I actually don't even know if I can survive another Psychic, but I kind of don't really have a choice but to just hope that I can. And yeah, I guess I might as well just... I feel like from that range, I guess we're just going to go for the Giga Drain. It'll probably take him out if I survive from that range. He's actually going to switch, okay, and he's going to go ahead and come in with the Mandibuzz now, trying to save the Mew. So the Mandibuzz is going to be coming in there, and I am going to hit this thing with the Giga Drain, so that's not going to do much to this thing, but I am going to get a little bit of HP back, which is something at least. So, and then I am going to take some poison damage there, so... yeah, so not a great situation to be in for sure. So I'm definitely going to have to go for a switch on this thing, but what exactly I want to come in with, I don't know. I feel like my best bet is probably just to go ahead and come in with the Ninetales, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to try to save the Poltegeist for later, and go ahead and come in with the Ninetales. And I'm going to take the spike damage and the poison, so definitely not good there. And I'm going to get the snow warning at least to set the hail up, so maybe I can get something going with that, as he is just going to go for a knockoff, so that's not going to do much of anything. It's going to get rid of my focus sash since that was ruined anyway. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to take the poison damage there, and so I think the safest thing I could probably do is just go for an Aurora Veil at this point, because I mean, he does still have some pretty solid switch options, so I don't really want to set up with a nasty plot. So I think all I can really do at this point is just go for the Aurora Veil, so that's what I'm going to do. And he is going to switch out for fear of the ice move, which is kind of anticipated, so he is going to come in with the Caparajah, and he is going to take a little bit of Stealth Rock damage there, as I am going to set the Aurora Veil up, so that is going to go ahead and increase my defenses for my team for several turns, so that's something, as he is going to take some hail damage, and then I'm going to take the poison damage as well. So I don't really want to stay in here because I'm going to be taken out if I do, so I don't really have a lot of great options to switch into either, but I think the only one that I really have at this point might be the Seismitoad, because I don't think this thing can really do too much to the Seismitoad, so I'm just going to go ahead and switch into that. So I'm going to switch to the Seismitoad. So there it is, and I'm going to take the Spikes damage and the Toxic Spikes poison, of course. So he is going to go for the Stealth Rock in return, so just more hazards being abused here, unfortunately. And yeah, this is definitely really bad for me, just, you know, getting eaten by hazards, kind of. So yeah, not outlook not great at this point. I'm gonna regain some HP from the leftovers and then take some damage from the poison. So he probably will just end up switching back into the Mandibuzz if I had to guess. So I think I'm just going to go for a Drain Punch, actually, to hopefully regain some HP. He is going to stay in, actually, and he actually really is going to pop the Fighting Resist Berry. So yeah, I'm going to hit him with the Drain, and it's going to get me some HP back at least, which is not bad. But the Chople Berry he was packing, and he is packing Power Whip too, so he's going to go for that. And that is just going to blow me away, unfortunately. So that's going to get rid of the Seismitoad, and that is going to drop me down to 4. So yeah, not looking great. Don't really have a ton of options here either, and yeah, so yes, outlook not great at this point. Yeah, with all those hazards up, I'm going to be taking a ton of damage with pretty much anything I switch in, which is really not good. So yeah, yeah, this is rough, as I kind of figured it would be. Yeah, I guess the only choice I really have at this point is probably just to come in with the Boltund, and hopefully I can survive even the entry hazard switch in. So it's going to be two rounds of spikes and also a poison and Stealth Rock damage. So after all those hazards, I'm going to be alive with 32 HP, so that is not good. So yeah, I think at this point, hopefully he stays in. I feel like I think I just pretty much have to go for a Fire Fang here to try and hopefully take this thing out. Yeah, I mean, I could try to hit him with Thunder Fang, but if he switches to Flygon, that would be really bad, and I don't know if that would even take this thing out, actually, from that range. Yeah, he could switch. I mean, he does have, you know, a lot of switch options no matter what I do, but I think I just have to go for the Fire Fang here, so that's what I'm going to do. So he is going to go for the switch, though, unfortunately, and he's going to come in with the Licky Licky. Okay, so he is going to take the Stealth Rock damage there. I'm going to go for the Fire Fang. I don't miss, thankfully, and that's not going to do a lot. That's going to be it for the Hail. So I guess that's good. That'll let me survive another turn. He is going to be packing leftovers on this thing as well, so another bulky wall. Going to take poison damage, and I am not going to survive the poison damage, actually, so I'm going down there. That's going to put me down to 3, so So yeah, that's really not good. Really kind of running out of options here in pretty much every way. So, yeah, yeah, I don't really have a ton for this thing to come in, but I guess that could be Goodra. I could try to come in with Goodra here. I guess that's really my best play, is just to go ahead and come in with Goodra. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I am going to take all those hazards, and then there's the poison as well. So yeah, gonna get chipped, just getting eaten away by those hazards. Unfortunately, there's really not much I can do about that. So I feel like the Licky Licky definitely could be more of a physically bulky variant based on that damage output that we saw. So I mean, I could go for the Draco Meteor and hope that it's enough to take him out, but he could also switch to the Tapu Koko, predicting that. But I don't know. I mean, I could just play it safe and go for a Sludge Wave. So yeah, it's another pretty difficult decision to make here. I think I'm just going to actually go for the Sludge Wave, because depending on the spread, it's not going to be enough to take him out from that range. So I'm going to hit him with a Sludge Wave, and we'll see how much it does. And it does do a decent amount, knocks him down to the yellow. I do get a poison on this thing, which is good, but he's going to go for a Wish, so that's not good. So yeah, he's going to get that off. He's going to regain some HP with the leftovers, and then he is going to, well, I'm going to take the poison damage, and then he is also going to take the poison damage there. So he's probably, there's the Aurora Veil is going to be over this turn. So yeah, so he's probably going to protect, although I mean, I could switch out. I think I could take this opportunity to come back in with Ninetales and maybe get the Aurora Veil set one more time or something. Yeah, I could do that. That might just be I mean, at this point, it's basically just damage control because his defenses are just so up there. But even if I do come in with the Ninetales, I don't know that I can really do much to this thing. So I mean, you know what, I think I'm just gonna stay in and go for a Draco Meteor actually, and hope that he doesn't protect. And he's gonna switch out actually. Okay, so what's he gonna try to heal? He's gonna come in with Flygon. That's interesting. So he is going to take the Stealth Rock damage, and he's going to be switching right into a Draco Meteor actually, and I don't miss, thankfully, which would be, you know, par for the course for this game, I guess, if I did, but I don't, and that is actually just going to blow the Flygon away with the Draco Meteor. So something does go my way, which is nice. I'm going to take the Harsh Special Attack Decrease, but that is going to get rid of the Flygon and knock him to 5, so that's, you know, something positive at least. But the only bad thing about that is now he is going to get a free switch. He's going to come in with the Tapu Koko, and he is going to go ahead and get the electric, well, he's going to take the Stealth Rock damage, and he is going to get the Electric Surge to set that terrain up once again. So now is going to be actually another choice, although I guess it's not much of a choice at this point, because I know, you know, none of my Pokemon that I have left are going to be able to survive an attack from this thing. So the only chance that I really have at this point is just to basically stay in with the Goodra, because if I don't, I mean, I am max HP, so I guess I just have to stay in here and go for a Sludge Wave and hope I can survive. So that's what I'm going to do. He is going to hit me with a Dazzling Gleam, max HP, Assault Vest. I am able to live that in the red with 74 HP. Gonna fire off a Sludge Wave in return, max special attack as well, and it is not enough because it looks like he has defense investment on the Koko, but I do get the poison actually, which is good. So I do get the poison on the Koko, and then he has the leftovers to regain HP, losing some damage to the poison as well. I'm also going to lose some damage to the poison there, so I'm barely hanging on with 26 HP in the red. But yeah, this is definitely bad because I don't really, again, I have no switch option here, so I pretty much just have to, because if I switch out, I'm just going to go down to the hazards if I come back in, so I guess I just really have to stay in and let him take me out here. Oops. So, Unfortunately, that the bulky set of the Coco was not enough with the Sludge Wave, so he is just going to go for a Dazzling Gleam there, and that is just going to take out the Goodra. So that is going to drop me to 2, and then he does have another round of Leftovers Recovery here, as well as another round of Toxic Damage. So basically, the Leftovers Recovery and the Toxic Damage is essentially just canceling each other out at this point. So I only have 2 left. I could come in with either the Ninetales, or I mean, I could, just to try and reset the Hail, come in with the Ninetales. That's probably the best thing that I have to do at this point, is just do that. So, I mean, unless I do have investment in the Poltegeist, so I could just come back in with that. I mean, after I get eaten by the hazards, I'm probably not going to survive an attack regardless, so I feel like I just have to come back in with the Ninetales, probably. I don't know. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter at this point, but I guess I'm just going to go ahead and come back in with the Ninetales. There's no point in, just to get the Hail back up, so if I can even survive all the hazards, and actually, no, I can't even survive the hazards, so that's just going to, the hazards are just going to take me out there, so I don't even get the Hail up, so yeah, all I have left is the Poltegeist. I don't even know if that's going to survive the hazards. But yeah, the battle is over at this point. So yeah, the Poltegeist is actually going to survive the hazards with 15 HP. But yeah, I'm definitely going to get outspeeded by this thing. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be it at this point. So with seconds left on the clock, he's going to outspeed me and hit me with a Thunderbolt. And that is going to be the end of that. So that's going to get rid of my Poltegeist, and that is game. So we're going to lose that one 5-0 to Henry. Pretty rough loss there. The good matchup for him on paper there. And yeah, there wasn't a lot that I could do, unfortunately. So yeah, with that, we're gonna drop down to 3-3. So that's pretty unfortunate, but he definitely one of the only undefeateds in the league, left for a reason. So yeah, like I said, rough game, but it kind of is what it is. Just eaten alive by the hazards and the matchup on paper. Just but it is what it is. So dropping to 3-3 once again. So yeah, breaking even here. So that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and/or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.